Hi, I'm Renee, and Wynncraft just released its first 1.20 changelog, so let's break it down in this video. So 1.20 is almost ready. The highlights are housing, store changes, guild rework, new quests and discoveries, raids, and other. This update will be massive. Also, what Salted is talking about, and this turns out promising a full changelog at 3 AM on Twitter is a bad idea. That's quite a funny story actually. Because Salted tweeted that if he would get 200 retweets, he would release the full changelog right now. He got 200 retweets in 1 hour. Here you can see that he actually thought that 200 was impossible to get. So he dropped it a few hours after he announced this. Okay, so here is the trailer. I have already broken that down. If you want to see that video, check out. It's in this card and in the description. And alright, first thing. Housing. The probably most suggested feature in the history of the game after fixing lag. Wow. Okay, so in most towns you will find a big rainbow hot air balloon. By interacting with it, you can purchase your housing plot for 250 emeralds and visit your and other people's house. The interesting bit about this is that your home will be floating above the area where you first purchased it. Even cooler, your housing island is equipped with boosters, meaning you can move it from town to town as you wish, which is really interesting. So you can basically have these plots above anywhere on the map, I guess. Okay, so on housing, there will be a block merchant. When entering your housing plot, you will have access to two NPCs, the block bank on the left here, and the block merchant on the right. Okay, so the block bank works the same as normal bank, but it only accepts blocks or NPC spawners. And the block merchant will sell you blocks in exchange for materials. On average, it's about 2 materials for 10 blocks. And mostly uses low-level resources, so there will be a lot of those on trade market, I assume. Okay, so house NPCs. The block merchant will also sell NPC spawners, and those are your regular NPCs such as item identifiers, blacksmiths, powder masters. So you can basically put all of these NPCs on your housing island, which is really awesome in my opinion. And they will be adding a new NPC type called build stand, which can hold items and skill points for you to allow you to equip them in and out easily. Here you can see it on this picture. I'm something of a class builder myself. Yes, the morph is indeed the best build in game. We're excited to see what you guys will build on your housing plots, especially if it's a giant statue of your favorite admin or a YouTuber. Okay, another big topic, store. Now this theme has some controversy in it, so let's look into that. Also, if you want to see a video about why it's controversial, you can check out this video in this card. Okay, so there were a lot of investments in Wynncraft. They switched the whole network to a new host, and it ended up a lot more expensive, more than doubled our their monthly server cost. And they hired 2 new developers to help with development, which increased the cost of the server, so they needed some money. And this is what they came up with so far. New rank, the champion rank. It will give you everything that hero does, but also a yellow name and tag with these blue things next to it. Reserved slots, which will not kick players already on a server. Customizable character nickname. This will affect chat, and NPCs will call you by your nickname, and invites will use your nickname, etc. Merchant booth, this allows you to set up special shops on the map, which will allow you to set up special shops on the map, which will sell your trade market items. That's a cool feature. Ability to switch classes to reskin classes, yes, people have been asking for this for so long. It's that you can change archer for hunter, assassin for ninja, ninja for assassin, skyseer for shaman, and so on and so forth. Switch commands to quickly switch servers. This isn't instant, which is good because of the bomb trap bell. This will not be instant, and it's also available to other ranks. We don't know which ones yet. We're also adding a new feature where hunted players must wait 60 seconds before attacking after joining a server. This is a very good feature because if you could kill players after you switch servers, you could just have player ghosts on, go into grind spots, see what server some people are grinding there. If they're grinding on those grind spots, they probably are in hunted, so some hunters could come and kill them, and now they will see them coming and have 60 seconds to run away. So this is definitely a good feature that helps with this problem at least a little bit. instant class deletion. You don't have to wait 46 days for your level 106 class to delete. Build stand NPC in your house. Oh, so I guess this is only a champion feature. It's right. Wait, where was it? Yeah, this is the thing that I was just talking about. Class backups. Now, I do not think that those will work, that you can just like back up a class and then play for it even more. Like some of you think it will work, because that would be so abusable. Instead, I think it will be that if you instantly delete a class, you will still have it as a backup somewhere. So if you delete it and you still want to play on it, you have the chance with these class backups. Then there's the bomb bell, the feature that worries me the most about champion rank, and exclusive house locations. So normal people will be available to put their housing above, I don't know, Deathless, Almush, Ragni, but champion will have access to the Void, Legendary Island, and some more. And you could do /change tag if you dislike this rank, and if you want to have hero, VIP plus, or VIP in front of your name, or if you just dislike this yellow color and you want to be purple, blue, or whatever. Also, you will be able to level up your pet past level 20. It is said that only until level 20 it will increase your damage, and that from level 20 up, from level 20 to 80, I guess, is the maximum level. Maybe there will be an Easter egg level 81, I don't know. But the other levels are for cosmetic perks and pet tasks, and I think that this is a good feature for the champion rank. It is good that, like, it will give you an initiative to buy that rank, while it is also something that isn't pay to win. And a champion rank will have 8 daily mob totems compared to heroes who currently have 6, and they are the top rank. They do see that people have been complaining about the bomb bell feature, and here they are stating some counter arguments to why they think that this will be a good feature. So this is the highest rank will offer, which means fewer people will buy it. True, there will be less champions than heroes and such, and when a bomb is thrown, there's often a lot of players on a server already who will benefit and nobody will get kicked. Fair enough. They will not be getting rid of any popular tracking bomb communities, and they will also add a bomb party channel onto the official Discord. So that's actually a very good thing. And also we find out that the switch feature will not be exclusive to champion, but we do not know which all ranks will have it, if only hero, if hero and VIP plus, or if all 4 ranks. And also, and I think this is a very good solution, they will add a random timer to the bomb bell so that the champions won't fill up the server with bombs instantly, but others can have the chance to get there. Also, I hope that the random timer will have some maximum, because like if you put a bomb notification to a bomb that lasts 1 minute, that also will not be very good. So maybe if the bomb lasts 10 minutes, make it so that the champions will get notified somewhere in between 1 and 10 minutes within the throwing of the bomb. And they will see how this will go in beta, and they will adjust it if necessary. Balancing monetization can be a tricky beast, and I absolutely agree with that. They need money, and they need to find out like what works the best. I'm really glad that they explained all of this, that they listened to the feedback that we gave them about this new rank. And if you like Wynncraft and want to support it, definitely buy this rank so that this server can keep on living. Now this is a picture of the merchant booth. This is how they will look on map. And existing ranks, so VIP, VIP Plus, and Hero, will get all these new perks for free. Well, they already paid it, but like since they paid it, they won't have to pay anything else. Change tag, so they can change your tag to a lower store rank, so from Hero to VIP Plus, from VIP Plus to VIP. I also hope that I will be able to change my media, builder, and hero and VIP Plus and VIP ranks, all of these, how I choose, because it will be really fun to just change them, and we will see. They will have the ability to switch classes, to reskin classes. Yes, that's very good feature. Switch command to quickly switch servers, and bigger housing islands. Okay, so VIP will have bigger islands. That makes sense. And new pets. They're adding a bunch of new pets to this update. Here are a few to show. So this is Aladar card pet, the colossal rat pet, the eye pet, alligator hat alligator pet, and death pet. Wow, never thought anybody could have death as their pet, but here we are. So if you have a high enough rank and level, pets can be used by you or other players. Pets will now fight mobs for you and level up. Note that having multiple pets active at once will reduce their damage. If you have a high enough rank and level, pets can now receive tasks, but this will be only for the ranked players. So I don't know if only champions or also VIPs and heroes. You can summon them in town to bank, sell, scrap specific items for you. This is a good feature that only like the ranked players will have, because like you can do this yourself. This will just save you time if you have the rank. And projectiles will now go through pets. This means they cannot block your attacks anymore, which is a good thing, because it's used to be, and it still is, that when you, for example, shoot with your bow, it will shoot your pet instead of the enemy, and that's quite the problem, which they solved, hopefully. Pets will vanish if the player is vanished as well, like in quest cutscenes, and hopefully like when you do vanish as the spell, for example, when you're having a duel, I don't know. Fixed a bug where armor stand pets will become invisible when players teleported to a new area. Okay, a bug fix. Pets will now say things in chat every so often. The death pet works especially well with this feature. Okay, so I suppose they do some, they say some message when you die. And here is an example of the message. Grumpy old man, I mean. You might want to wash your hands, which is a good tip for 2020, although you can't really wash your hands in Wynncraft, but whatever. Pet speed will now match their owner speed, so if you have walk speed 400, the pet will also have speed 400, and won't just like be, I don't know, 100 meters or 100 blocks behind you. Pets won't fuse together as often anymore. This means that like two pets being on the exact same block, so they will probably have some hitboxes that will collide boxes that will collide with each other, and they will not get stuck in one block. Improve the pet menu to allow pages. On this picture here, you can see the pet menu. Improved some pet menu icons. Yeah, here you can see like this is the eye, Eladar card. That's Canter, I believe, a rat, Wibil, or like B-Wible, so Wibil, I don't know. They fixed the playful bear modal, and on release day, they will be offering a free pet for everyone on our store, so that this won't be pay to win, so anyone can get a pet to fight for them. So other changes, they added a tier 4 crate with cosmetics that contains an even distribution of epic, godly, and black market cosmetics. They removed commons from tier 3 rates, so if you get a tier 3, you will get a something that is not marked as common. Attack effects will now save and load properly. You can now scrap black market items to get 10 epic items back. Improve the scrap menu to have pages. Bombs stack will show their quantity in their name. So far it has been that if you had more than 64 bombs, it only showed you that you have 64 bombs. Added 4 new hats. Here you can see the hats. One Asian themed, one not medieval, like 16th century themed, I guess, with like a peacock feather, I assume, then like a flower one and a horn one, and 10 new weapon models, so 2 sets. This Asian set and this, I'd say like runic medieval, but also future quest. Also this lantern is really cool, I really like it. And guilds. Guilds have gotten a massive change this update. So they added a guild bank, which allows you to share items with other guild members. There are 2 different banks, one for everyone and one for the high-ranked members. So basically, you have a bank like you would a normal one, your ender chest, but all of your guild members can see in it. Actually, there are two separate ones. In one of them, every guild member can see, and in the second, only high ranked members. So there you will put, I don't know, mythics and a lot of LE and stuff like that. Added an easy option to switch guild ownership to other guild members. So far it has been that to switch ownership you had to leave the guild and the highest ranked player would get the ownership, but now you can just transfer it however you like. This is a good feature. Improve the guild creation process. Don't know what that means. Added various guild menus. We saw a lot of them in the trailer. I have already broken that down. You can watch the video in the card that I linked to at the beginning of this video. Now allow guild tags to be 3 or 4 letters long when creating a guild. So you now are not limited to 3 letters, but you can even have a 4-letter tags. So like you can have, I don't know, Elsa or Win or something like that. Increase the guild creation price to 20 LE. I think that right now it's 5 LE. This is also good because like, so that there would be less guilds and only like the ones that actually have money will be able to buy them. Not a lot, but something. Add a new rank between captain and chief, strategist, and they will be able to upgrade your guild towers and territory bonuses, which they will talk about later. They added guild notifications pop-up, don't know what that means. Added guild badges which allow you to set a theme for your guild. For example, traders, war hungry, social, etc. Down here in the guild reworkers picture, you can see that they have badges that they are traders and travelers. So you can just set so that people would know what kind of guild you are. Improve the guild level up message. Yeah. Fixed a bug where guilds wouldn't level up until you joined a new world. Finally, you won't get guilds that are 130% leveled to the next level, but they never actually leveled. Reduced level XP requirements. That's nice because so far leveling up your guild is really hard. Then improving level up rewards. Don't know what those are. Oh, as you can see, at level 42, you get 5 member slots. At level 45, you have higher tax rates. And at level 48, you get 5 new badges. So these are the only ones that I see right now. And wars. Now this will be fun for some of you will probably never do it, but it will be fun for some of you. Starting a war will no longer spawn hundreds of mobs to fight. I'm so glad because the wars right now I get so monotonous. Instead, you will be transported into an area with a tower in the center. This tower is called the Guild Tower. It was shown in the trailer. And act like a boss until... acts, there should be an S there, and acts like a boss you must defeat. The defending guild can buff this tower with various resources and add special abilities. However, it is not a one-time purchase. You must continuously pay to keep your defenses up. You will pay with emeralds, ores, wood, fish, and crops. So that's what those are for. So, guild trading routes. You see resources by simply holding territories. There are 5 types. Emeralds, wood, fishes, ores, crops. So emeralds are in every territory, wood is mostly in forest, that makes sense. Fishes mostly found in and around the ocean, that also makes sense. And crops mostly found in Wynn. And ores mostly found in Gavel. After capturing territories, you will have the option to make it a headquarter territory. Every 2 minutes, the excess resources each territory gathers will start moving towards your guild headquarters. Oh, this so much reminds me of the like Settlers of Catalan games, which I absolutely loved. I will get into guilds. I actually have a guild of my own. If you want to join me, you can. We will conquer some territories and we will make headquarters and we will do stuff. At the same time, your headquarters will also start sending resources out to your entire empire to feed the needed resources. You can think of your HQ a bit like your empire's heart. Here's a small section of the connected territories I used when working on this feature using the Wynncraft map. It's kind of ironic that Salted uses something that like isn't officially Wynncraft, but it's like fan feature, and he used it. I mean, it's awesome, but still. So we do not see Gavel, and we do not see the resources in Lower Wynn, so like Journal Jungle and Road to Dern. But so far, we can assume that black is cities, yellow is, as they said here, crops, mostly found in Wynn. Then Blue will be probably fishing because it's the most on ocean, and green is probably wood because this is the Nivla forest, and so white will have to be ores, and this is how the map will look. And here you can see that you will have to follow these lines when like sending items, sending resources. So you won't be able to send something from Silchar directly into the Pirate Cove, even though they are very close to each other. You'll have to go all the way down to Rooster Island, then to the Bear Zoo, then up to the Zite Island, and then up to the Pirate Cove. And when you are holding a territory, you can improve it at an hourly cost of these resources in many ways. Here's a few of them. So efficient emeralds, you will get emerald bonus, which will cost some ore per hour. Then you can get more experience, so gathering XP, you will get guild members in this territory will gain bonus gathering XP, so this will be very good in places with grind spots, like, yeah. Then tower multi-attacks increases the number of players your guild tower can attack at once. Nice. And defense, left click to increase, right click to increase, and here it is that they can have a plus 665% defense, and it costs almost 10,000 fish per hour. You can also set a specific tax rate other guilds have to pay when crossing your territory in their trade route, or decide how you want your resources to move, cheapest or fastest. Here you can see the trading route that goes from Nivla Woods exit to Deathless, and the route tax is 15.3%. And here you can also see the taxes that they set tax to 10% and ally tax to 1%. So like if someone is an ally, that's also a new thing. You can set guild allies, and yeah, they will have lower taxes and stuff. I talked about it in the last video. The system is designed to do a lot of things by itself. For example, if a guild decides to increase their tax rate to an enormous amount midway through a trading route you were using, your trading route will automatically update and avoid it to find a cheaper alternative, assuming you set the style to cheapest. Diplomacy. There might be times where your empire is too far away from important resources to get them yourself. In this case, you can also ally yourself, yeah, that's what I was talking about, with other guilds. When ally do, send hourly tributes or gifts to each other to make up for missing resources. But be careful, resources you exchange with allies will also need to move through each territory and get taxed. An enemy guild could cut off your trading routes by closing their borders. So guilds will be even more about politics, and this time it will not be just kill 1000 mobs in this territory, but it will be actually advanced. You will need to play with taxes, and it will be just so interesting. I'm so excited to get to it. Okay, so other war related changes. Wars are no longer done on separate servers. Instead, having a war will bring you to your group to a regular WC server with enough slots. This will help the lag, because the war servers lagged a lot, and sometimes it even happened that half of the times your war wouldn't even start because the war server just wouldn't start. Territories no longer generate XP, interesting. Added a territory map by pressing L or opening the advancements menu. We saw that in the forum post before this one. I also made a breakdown of it in the trailer video. Added a guild icon feature for VIP Plus, which shows up the territory map. I don't really know what that is. Attacking a territory will cost emeralds. You can use your personal emeralds or your guild emeralds. So not defending, but attacking a territory will cost emeralds. Fixed territory's name, so some spelling errors. And conclusion, Guild Wars will be a lot more about tactics, and also this is a very good thing that they're hoping that this will allow large guilds to have a stable hold on some territories without needing to play 24/7 to defend it. This is a very good thing. And also give a chance for newcomers to get started without getting instantly destroyed by a guild with 80 territories. That's also an excellent thing, because so far a guild cannot really establish itself on the map unless it has people that are active 24/7. Now to the quests and discoveries, and yes, Grian will be here to talk about this. Grian hasn't left the city. Grian is still active and is involved in a lot of things behind the scenes. I can confirm that because I'm part of the CT. So here's something that he has to tell about this update. Now this is purely my speculation, but I believe that he wasn't really active in the community because of the fact that he is a big YouTuber, and that if he was, he would probably not get questions about Wynncraft, but about his YouTube career, about Hermitcraft, and he didn't want that, so he stayed behind the scenes. So, this update focuses on Gavel, more specifically bringing it up to modern standards. When Gavel was made 5 years ago, wow, that's actually quite a long time ago, our tools were limited and was their first real attempt at the job. And it wasn't as good as it will be now. Here you can see quests that have been improved. This doesn't mean that they were changed, this means that there were just slight quality of life changes made to them. And they were worked on by always a GM and Grian, but Grian always just had the director slash supervisor role. Most of the stuff, if it got approved by Grian, was made by the other GM. So Heart of Levigar, Clearing the Camps, Greenskin Trouble, Rise of the Quatron, Maiden Tower, Crop Failure, Masterpiece, Death Whistle, Shadow of the Beast, Shattered Minds, Memory Paranoia, and Hidden City. So far, all of these quests are Levigar and Olex quests. And Shattered Minds, that's Light Forest quest, Memory Paranoia, Dark Forest quest, and the Hidden City, that's a Canyon of the Lost quest. So all of them are in like early Gavel or early to mid Gavel. And some quests just got a whole new full remake. They didn't change the basis of the quest, so the theme should be the same, but except for that, everything will be probably different. So Wormholes, Ironheart series, Reclaiming the House, Taproot, Headless History, From the Mountains, Lazarus Pit, Finding the Light, Forbidden Prison, Lexdale Witch Trials, formerly Eye of the Storm. So Eye of the Storm will get removed slash changed, we'll see. Acquiring Credentials and Aldora's Secret Part 1, but not Part 2. And the quests Hollow, Cyrene, and a Fighting Species were deleted. Now, we will see better explanations of lore for things like the Decay, and there will be a bigger questline in Gavel that has been worked on for this update. A 5-part series called The Realm of Light. In order to do so, he needs to introduce a new character, Larry. She's an elf, here you can see her, who has been in Gavel for over 1,000 years. And yes, she will be kind of the main character of Gavel. And the main quests for this 5 quest series is Wormholes, Taproot, Headless History, Finding the Light, and Realm of Light. And here we can again see the giant stump with 3 beacons going out of it up to the sky. And now this is awesome. GM team has added secret discoveries for the whole province, including the ultimate discoveries. So each region has roughly 6 discoveries each, all with various difficulties attached to them. And here you can see that there's a total of 99 secret discoveries. Bit of shame that it isn't like a 3-digit number of 100, but whatever. So there will be a lot of stuff to explore. And 3 completely new quests being added in-game. The Feathers Fly Part 1 and 2, worked on by JBip, which will be about a young Avo woman who dabbles in Korkin technology, and the tensions between the 2 nations of the island are so high that her outlook is not welcome by either. So it's another quest in which we will look at the relationship between the Avo and the Korkians. And another quest, the Hero of Gavel, which will be a Siegfried quest, the Bob of Gavel. And here you can see a screenshot of either part 1 or part 2 of the Feathers Fly questline. And now back to Salted. So raids are finally coming to Wynncraft. Here you can see Orpheon's Nexus of Light. You will be able to run it with 4 to 6 players, and maximum party level is 500. So you won't be able to run with 6 level 100s, but only with 5 level 100s, or like 6 level 80s or something like that. What are raids? In short, they're team-focused dungeons on steroids. Nice. So there will be 3 raids. Nest of the Grootslang, which will be level 60 plus. Orpheon's Nexus of Light, level 80 to 100. In the Realm of Light, team of 4 to 6 is required. and Nest of the Grundslang team of 4, and the Canyon Colossus, which will be level 100 plus, found near Candon Beta, and team of 4 will be required, so only the Orpheon's Nexus of Light will be able to be ran in more than 4 people. With this party, you must clear 3 randomly generated challenge rooms and defeat a strong boss at the end. So there will be more challenge rooms in these raids, and you will only get 3 randomly selected for each raid, so that when you repeat it, you will get different ones, which will give it some variation. Okay, you can't solo them, not because raids are hard, but because the challenges require teamwork, so you will have to get there with a team. So all of you lonely wolves, this will probably not be for you. In fact, your team is so important that even if you die while raiding, you will be brought back to the raid if your party succeeds without you. So you'll probably, like, if you die, it's not the end of the raid for you. And buff rooms. After each challenge room, your party will be brought to a buff room where you can select a temporary bonus for your character until the raid is completed. They can be really strong too, so surely you cannot lose against these bosses. This probably means that you can lose against these bosses because they're extremely powerful. So if we look at these three things. Sorry, I cannot show this picture other than like in this format. So you can see Intrapod with 100% sprint, 40 dexterity and 45 walk speed, Pestilent with 5000 poison, 40 strength and 400 lifesteal, and Giant with 3000 health bonus and 300 health regen. Okay, so bosses. Last update, we got the new boss of the eye, and that was a test subject to see how to do raid bosses. So probably a lot of these raid bosses will have interest in mechanics, and they will be similar to the eye, which is, in my opinion, an excellent endgame boss. So maybe you will be able to solo these. I bet that a lot of people will try to solo these, even with a team. Like maybe some people will try to take a team of 4, where the 3 people will not be dealing any damage, and the 4th one will deal all the damage. Maybe that will be a new challenge. But they say that these bosses are challenging, and that they do not recommend you fight them on your hardcore characters, because you would die, and that's what you cannot do on hardcore until you get used to these bosses. It took them about 8 tries. Ooh, there's a link somewhere. Yeah, so it took them way more than 8 tries to defeat the Nexus of Light boss for the first time. And rewards for raids. Raids will give usual XP and emeralds, but they will also give unique emeralds, especially new item type tomes, which I suppose will be only obtainable in raids. Here you can see a fabled item, tome of weapon mastery, which will add 20% damage to mobs to your character when used. Wow. So I guess after completing this raid, you will be dealing constant plus 23. Wow, that's really good. So they can add damage, defense, mob XP bonus, dungeon XP bonus, and gathering XP bonus. Okay, these will be epic. These will be absolutely epic. In your compass menu, there will be a new tome button you unlock after completing the Wormholes quest. It opens this beautiful menu. I really like this menu. I actually saw when this was in making. It was by Kiosiffer, and I really like it. I really like the style, so kudos to you, Kiosiffer. So this is where you will be able to place tomes, and there's a limited amount of slots for different types of tomes, so you can't add 14 plus 23% damage to mobs tomes at once. That's quite good. You also have to unlock certain slots by doing specific things, some by accidents like find discoveries, others you will need to go out of your way a little bit, like visit houses. Funny fact, one of them used to be sell mythic to blacksmith, but apparently not everyone owns a mythic. Weird. Okay, I'm really glad that you don't have to sell a mythic in order to get a slot on this. And a massive thank you to everyone who did these raids, because they will be epic, I assure you of that. Forgery. They are adding changes to Forgery. One of them is adding the new Forgery chest, which lets you get XP and mythics for completing corrupted dungeons without dying or leaving. Yeah, you can read more on these. I already made videos about that. Okay, so you can find all the items that are being changed on the item thread. They added Gathering XP ID on your as a crafting ingredient, Gathering Speed ID as a crafting ingredient, changed the Plague Major ID to not reduce poison damage when spreading. Sorcery Major ID will no longer reset your click combo if it gets triggered midway through. Added 4 new major IDs, Free Runner, which will double your sprint speed when your sprint bar is under 30%. Rally, charge heals you by 10% and nearby allies by 15% on impact, but becomes harmless. Cherry Bombs, your smoke bombs explodes instantly on contact, dealing 100% damage each, and Explosive Impact, your exploding ID can trigger when hitting mobs. So I guess the Free Runner will be on boots, because like sprint, that's what you use legs for. Rally will be on some spears, because it uses charge, and that's only for warriors. And Cherry Bombs will be only for assassins, because only assassins have smoke bombs. Add a new item type, Tomes, and Corkin Amplifier, which allows you to improve your ID rolls when identifying or re-rolling items. So if you have a mythic, you will probably never re-roll it without getting a Corkin Amplifier, because why would you? And map reworks and changes, and there's a lot of them. Reworked Sinfras, Thanos, the Levigar Plains, mobs and buildings, Kander Forest, Gillyboard, Lexdale, Bussy, Aldory, Eltom, Gilealic, Molten Heights texturing, the Realm of Light, the roll between Levigar and Olex, parts of a Canyon Overlocks, Maltic, Katoa Ranch, the Emerald Trail builds, Trios, Barracks, I don't even know where that is, Sinfras County, Light Forest borders, and Kander Forest borders, and pretty much all grind spots to remove barriers and to make them more interesting. So all grind spots will be more interesting, and many caves to be more interesting. So basically almost the entire Gavel and some of the earlier Win stuff. So other, added a new boss altar in the Silent Expanse. It is a very cruel boss. Improvement to some weapon models, thunder spears, earth bows, etc. After joining a server, players will have to wait 1 minute before being able to attack other players and hunted. Improvements to some textures like cobblestone and the red X icon. New item restriction type, soulbound. This will be a restriction where you can only use a certain item on one of your class. You can transfer it with your bank. Changes to the item drop rates. You will now be able to find items in low level areas even if you are higher level at a reduced rate. Adjusted item drop rate. The drops are overall lower, but this change mostly affects the early game much more than the end game. Adjusted blacksmith item buying price, so now you will lose money less often when you identify items and sell them to the blacksmith than you did up to this point. Dungeon keys will now allow up to 4 players to enter a dungeon at once. Added pop-up notification when certain events happen. Don't know what that means. Made quests auto track when stage update. That will be like on the right hand side. There you will be able to see like what stage are you on, where we will have to go. Made quest tracking show up on the scoreboard. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. The scoreboard. Fixed a bug where quests wouldn't update their stage properly when tracked. Lowered profession XP requirements for low to mid level, so you will level up your professions faster. Yay! Tracking a quest will now make your hotbar compass point to quartz, so your compass will actually have some use, except for Guild Wars, I guess. Tracking a quest will spawn in a beacon where the quest objective is. Lowered ingredient drops in loot chests, so you'll get less ingredients in loot chests. Add a quick travel system to Sinfras. Don't know what that means, but that sounds interesting. Fixed a bug where mobs would sometimes phase through walls. Yes, no more mobs getting stuck in slabs in corrupted undergrowth ruins. In Corrupted Underworld Crypt, for example. Add a new language, High Gavelian. So that's like the Wynncraft language. Is actually not a language, it's just a cipher. It's that like the letters would be written differently. Added more diversity to Win cities. Do not know what that means. Some quests will now give proficient XP. Nice. Resource tunnels, dungeons will give temporary gathering XP boost. Nice. Now to what you've all been waiting for, or what you all want to know, the release date and hero beta. This update will have a hero beta. It's where people with the hero and champion rank can join and help test out the update. It's usually buggy, It's like to fix all those bugs, and what you do on hero beta will not count to like your actual characters. So if you do a quest on hero beta on one class, you will have to do it again on your quest on the main server. Okay, so they're hoping to release the beta late November, so this month, or at worst early December if everything goes well, which it never does. So the actual release would be mid-December, so in like 2 or 3 weeks. So like a week for heroes and like 3 weeks for everyone else. There will be a thread in the news section once hero beta is ready, so follow the forums or Wynncraft on any other of these sites. And credit goes to the entire creative team. So first off, Salted, Jamla, and Grian. Salted is the owner, management, raid, guild, game design, housing, and 3 AM leaking on Discord. Joomla made coffee without dropping it. That's a reference to when the entire forums got deleted, and there was like this joke that Joomla spilled a coffee on some servers and destroyed them, which probably wasn't the case, but like no one will ever actually know what happened except maybe for these 3 people. And then Grian, 200 times more popular than the other owners, yet is listed 3rd. That's quite funny. Yeah. Crunkle was likely alive during all this. This was actually a meme. He was like very helpful, but like in the CT they have this meme of Crunkle. He wanted this to be added, but he actually like worked just like all the other devs on a lot of stuff. And the entire content team, I'm not going to go over all of them, only myself. And also to the moderation and QA team. And well, this is the end of this changelog. This was a long changelog. I have no idea how long this video was, but hopefully you found this interesting. If you want to see more Wynncraft content, subscribe, like this video so that the algorithm would like it, and well, see you in the next video. Bye!